David, thank you for leading a Torah service on short notice. In the rabbi's absence, she asked if I might say a few words about our Torah portion. So this is a combined, today we have both Tazria as well as Metzora. In years with the Elite Month, you'd read them separately, but when we don't, we read them together. And so in Tazria, it's the one before, one of the, I find one of the most comforting phrases of the entire Torah is found there. Now, I was hoping Gary would be here because he'll disagree and he might say it's the verse before. But anyway, if you'll turn to page 657 and towards the top, you'll see verse 41, a very important verse in the Torah. Page 657, verse 41. 657, verse 41. All right. The one time a year, if I'm Gabbai, I get to crack wise. But seriously, what is this all about? As Phil said, the Kohen is examining people, and they're being isolated or quarantined, they're being sent out of camp. And what is the reason for that? And it's really one thing, and that's safety. It's safety of the community, safety of the town, safety of the congregation. And on that note, I want to talk about safety of our congregation. So we, in a few minutes, are going to do one of our quarterly drills. It's going to be a shelter-in-place drill, which it'll be in fact led by a Kohen, Alan Konigsberg. But we have a safety team, and it's not a security team. It's a safety team. And its job is to help keep the synagogue safe. And we do that in a number of ways. We work with, we're not a security team. This team does not enforce anything. We don't confront. There's nothing physical. We have a security guard. We have paid armed security guards for that. Our job with the security guards is to be eyes and ears. We know who everybody is here. The security guard doesn't. So it's essential that somebody in the congregation is there at the front, knowing who's coming in and who isn't, and able to assist the guard and let them know who might be out of place, who might look funny, who might be somebody we don't know, who needs an extra look, that sort of thing. In a perfect world, we have two safety team members on duty, one at the front and a second one in the vestibule. Each have a walkie-talkie, and if there was some emergency, we could communicate to this to let everybody know. If there was for example, we've done a fire drill, we've done active shooter drill, where everybody leaves, but word has to get here for that to work. So my appeal is we are desperate for more people to be on this team. We don't have enough. And it's a long-term project, but we are begging for help. You don't need to be young, old, male, female, strong, fit, not strong. None of that matters. What we need are people that know the congregants, who are willing to take some training and learn some of the procedures. And that's what's needed to keep us safe. It's very unfortunate that in today's world we have to deal with this, but we do. In addition to helping out the security guard, knowing who people are, we do a perimeter search. When you first get here, we go make sure every door is locked. So we keep one door and one door only that we let people in and out of, and that provides security. That's why we don't use, except with advance notice, the other door in the Oneg room, because we don't have a guard station there. If somebody needs to use that, somebody with a wheelchair that needs to come in or a scooter, we make arrangements ahead of time. The safety team will know. We'll make sure the guard can go over there to be there, scan, whatever. We just need a little advance notice to come in any other door. And that's really the main part of the safety team. So again, if you'd be interested, or if you're just willing to help the congregation, help keep us all safe, please contact me, contact Alan Konigsberg, contact Earl Portnoy, contact the office, and let us know you're interested. Also, I'll just put a quick plug as Gabbai could use a few more people for Hagba. So anyone that feels comfortable that they can lift the Torah, please see me, and we'll get you trained up if you haven't done it before. And at this point, I'm going to turn the podium over to Alan Konigsberg, who's leading our safety team today, and we'll talk about our drill.
Thanks, Cliff. Cliff, you gave an outstanding overview, so I'm not going to do that. Today is a drill. As Cliff had said, we've done active shooter, we've done fire, we've done tornado. What we're doing today is shelter in place. I'm thinking this should take 1 to 2 minutes total. Does anybody know under what circumstances we might be interested in calling a shelter in place? Weather is a possibility, yeah? Right, what Sid's saying is an issue somewhere else. So yes, they're all technically shelter in place, but we've subdivided them. So if there's weather or tornado, we would go into the education wing where we think it's the most robust. If there's a fire, we'll leave the building. What we're looking at shelter in place is more if somebody in some other congregation, let's say somebody's robbing a bank and they want us to be safe. So the intent is you stay put. You literally don't leave the room. If you're in one of the other rooms or in with the kids, they'll stay there. So what I'm going to ask you to do, this is not being sarcastic, you literally just stay exactly where you are. Don't move. The idea of a shelter in place is that you don't leave. We would find this out by either the police department or I think it's the Federation would alert that signaling we have. They would tell us, here's the deal. Somebody has robbed the First National Bank. Stay put until we give you the all clear. We would interrupt, as Cliff said, we have walkie-talkies and we appreciate it's Shabbat. We would only use them in the event of an emergency. One of us would come up here and say, sit still. Now, in this case, I'm going to say, we're going to do the shelter in place now. You're all doing absolutely a wonderful job. This is why we love, for those of you watching, this is the participatory congregation. So you've just completed the shelter in place drill. Thank you. 100% perfect. But seriously, the idea is that we've done this once. If we say shelter in place, you don't start running into the kitchen. So there's tornado. If we have a tornado, we go in the education wing. If it's a fire, we go outside. And the one thing I want to mention, please keep in mind, fire trucks will be coming. Please go as far away as possible in the event of a fire. Any questions or comments? Earl, anything? Right, and thank you. Cliff, yes. What Cliff said, Earl and I walk through the entire building, we check all the outside doors and we come in to make sure they're locked and shut. The intent, thank you, I guess I should have said that, the intent of the shelter in place is nobody can come in the building and nobody leave the building. And so the easiest way to do that is just stay exactly where you are. Good? Thank you very much.